Morning. It is 7:12. That's a live look at Moncton, and the skies are clear. We're having way too much fun here on CTV Morning Live. Thanks for being with us. It is Fright Week, and we have all dressed up today. The day ahead of Halloween, of course, and we do have some great weather moving in for Halloween. All Hallows Eve is going to be fantastic for the Maritimes. That system that moved through yesterday is on its way out now, but it's still bringing a little bit of wind with it today. The remnants of the system throughout the Maritimes. It's going to be a windy day, but it will be much more clear and sunny than yesterday. The rain has moved out for the most part. A few lingering showers over Cape Breton Island this morning, but the system has really moved off towards Newfoundland, so we'll see showers on and off here today. They'll end around the noon hour along the Avalon Peninsula, but they'll be out there for most of the day on the west coast. A few flurries too for western Newfoundland. Here's a look at the winds. They're gusty today, breezy day in store, and the winds have turned direction, so they're out of the west today, so a bit cooler across the Maritimes. About 40-kilometer-per-hour gusts throughout PEI into Moncton along the Fundy Coast, 30-kilometer-per-hour gust, and northern Cape Breton. That Lac-Souette wind warning has been lifted, but still windy today. Winds gust to 50 and in some cases 60 kilometers per hour in Cape Breton. Temperatures right now are at about 10 in Shetty-Camp, but expect that to fall back to 6 or 7 by later this morning. 7 in Halifax, 6 now in St. John, 9 in Charlottetown. Here's the highs. So not as warm as yesterday. We hit those high teens. It was mild yesterday afternoon. Today, back to seasonal values, 4 to 8 degrees. We'll see a few showers and flurries in northern New Brunswick this morning and northwestern New Brunswick, and then clearing around the noon hour. PEI, sun and cloud, gusty winds out of the west, and a high of about 7 or so today. 10 degrees in Sydney by late this morning, but temperatures will fall back by later today to 6 or 7 degrees. 12 in Antigonish and Glasgow, a few showers in Cape Breton. The rest of us in Nova Scotia, sun and cloud mix. So we're starting with a little cloud this morning in HRM. That cloud will move out. Lots of sun in our afternoon forecast, and about 11 in southwestern Nova Scotia. For Newfoundland today, showers and, as I mentioned, around the noon hour, 15 the high, gusty winds at 80 clicks. And in northern Labrador, we're under a warning now, a snowfall warning for Nain and area. 15 to 20 centimeters of snowfall expected, and that snow will move out overnight tonight. In Labrador City, a few flurries again today, and cool with a high of about -1. Now let's go over to Heidi.
Thanks very much, Elise. A new national survey commissioned by the Canadian Health Food Association has found that some of us are a little fuzzy on the facts when it comes to natural health claims. The survey asked 1,500 Canadians 15 true or false questions about popular natural health claims to see if they could distinguish the difference between what's true and what's not. Michelle Book, who's a holistic nutritionist with the association, is here to break down the results in Atlantic, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is always interesting because I think we do make a lot of assumptions about things we've heard from so-and-so and so-and-so, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, maybe that's not exactly right.
It's so true.
So how did we do in Atlantic, Canada with
we
this?
didn't do that bad in comparison to the rest of the country. So, we did the survey for Natural Health Products Week. So, NHP Week is a week that at the Canadian Health Food Association, we like to say it's a week of happy, a lifetime of health. Yeah. So we wanted to really put Canadians to the test. And interestingly, when it comes to vitamin C, we're a little bit foggy. Atlantic Canadians, for the most part, thought that vitamin C could ward off the common cold.
Okay.
And this just is not true.
Oh.
The good news is that vitamin C can help when it comes to the prevention of fixing symptoms and the duration of the actual cold.
Okay, so when you actually start showing symptoms and have it.
Exactly, or the duration, but not actually prevent or cure the common cold. So we still need our vitamin C, but just not maybe for prevention.
Right, okay, so that's good to know, because I was one of those people who thought that probably prevented things. The other things that people were asked about was probiotics.
Exactly, so very interesting. Most Canadians and Atlantic Canadians knew that probiotics and good gut bacteria, not all bacteria is bad.
Right.
But what we didn't know is that probiotics is linked to immunity.
Oh, okay.
So we need to, in order to boost our immunity, we want to make sure we have enough of that good gut bacteria. So for eating fermented foods like kimchi, kefir, kombucha, very, very important. But the problem is when we are eating these foods, we don't necessarily know the quality and the quantity of the probiotics that we're getting.
Right. So what are you looking for?
Well, you're looking for what exactly is in the probiotics. So that's why there's lots of great options. And you can go to our website, chfa.ca, type in your postal code, visit your local CHFA health food store, and look for all kinds of different options when it comes to probiotic supplementation.
Oh, okay, because you're looking for like a certain number of bacteria,
exactly,
and all this kind of thing. everything.
And you want to speak to your healthcare practitioner about what's best for you based on your diet and the types of food that you are eating. But making sure you're getting enough probiotics is really, really important.
Okay, now here, I'm really thirsty. This is a really big glass of milk. But this is all about vitamin D.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So again, we asked Canadians across the country, are we getting enough vitamin D in our diet? Is vitamin D naturally occurring in whole food sources?
Right.
Most people think it is, but in fact, it is not.
Oh, okay. So it's actually hard to find in whole foods.
It's very hard to find. If you, it's recommended that you have 600 international units of vitamin D every single day. So that's for the average Canadian adult. In order to get that, you'd have to have 6 cups of milk, 15 eggs, or 4 cans of tuna.
Oh, okay, so that's why you should maybe look at a supplement.
Supplementation is almost universally recommended when it comes to vitamin D. Again, lots of options at your CHFA health food store.
Okay, see, I didn't realize that either. Okay, we're technically out of time, but 2 other quick ones.
2 other things.
Honey.
Has antibacterial properties, lots of great options. Raw and pasteurized honey is great, and also
eating organic.
Eating organic. When it comes to organic food, we know that eating organic can significantly reduce our pesticide exposure.
Okay.
So lots of great options and information on our website, chfa.ca, and ways to celebrate natural health products.
Yeah, and Atlantic Canadians actually did pretty well at telling most of these, but some of the real stumpers were the vitamin D and the vitamin C. Okay, so thanks for clearing that up for us.
Thank you.
Let's go over now to, I think it's Cyril?
Mr. Incredible, Heidi, but thank you anyway. All right, we're up to St. John's, Newfoundland right now, where Darren Churchill is standing by, our community correspondent. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Cyril.
It's Mr. Incredible.
That's a pretty incredible outfit.
All right, so Darren, I know you got a couple of things that you wanted to mention this morning, one of which is cat adoption, which is so important because, you know, I think in every community around Atlantic Canada, lots of cats that need good homes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I remember from our earlier years that you guys are cat people as well. This is good old cat. Love that guy.
That's right. Good old Toonses, yeah.
Anyhow, as you mentioned, it is Cat Adoption Week, and the Humane Services Animal Shelter at 81 Higgins Line is now at capacity. Many healthy cats and kittens looking for a loving home. And this special one-week promotion is ending on Sunday. It's been going on all week, and the adoption fees have been reduced from $20 to $20. Or you can play a simple heads or tails game, and that offers you the opportunity to win and adopt your cat for free. So the cat adoption includes a full examination, microchip, first vaccination, leukemia test, deworming, flea treatment, pet insurance care package, and 20% off the first examination with any veterinarian of your choice. That's the pretty
You can't
value.
yeah, you can't beat that deal. Not for $20 to have your cat, you know, microchipped and vaccinated and everything for $20. And also, Darren, I know there's a Halloween party coming up this weekend as well.
That's right. On Saturday, it's a family-fun celebration fundraiser to celebrate 25 years of learning and fun, and it's at the Fluvarium. Fluvarium is a educational center here in the center of town, and it's basically seated right on the foot of a pond, half above water, half below water, and it's been teaching kids 25 years about the growth and life expectancies of swamp and pond animals for 25 years. It's a really cool spot here in town, so check it out. But this is happening on Saturday, and the party kicks off at 1, and it will include games, crafts, critter toss, and cake. So I said the party kicks off at 1, cake at 2:30, fish feeding at 4 p.m., and of course, please come in costume. You can show up as Mr. Incredible, as you already are.
Yeah, that's right.
And special treats for trick-or-treaters, and the admission is $5. Over under 2 are free.
All right, well, listen, free is great. Listen, thanks, Darren. We appreciate your time.
No sweat. Love being here, Cyril.
All right. That is Darren Churchill, our community correspondent, and I am Mr. Incredible.